with Choose Your Enemies Wisely, Business Planning for the Audacious Few, this book I want people to get, do you think Elon is choosing the right enemy with Disney and all these, other brands and advertisers?
Yes, because I think Elon is choosing his vision over wanting to cave to these guys who have ESG money from BlackRock, from State Street, from Vanguard, and he's telling them, no, I don't need your money. There's power in saying no to sponsorship. Can you imagine a guy comes and says, I'll give you $1 million for you to do a 1 minute whatever, and I need you to do this. And you say, no, I'll give you 2 million. Brother, you give me 20 million, I'm not going to do it. You know how much power there's in the no? You know how much power there's in a guy to say, don't do it. Don't do it. And a New York Times interview is like, what did you say? But go F yourself. Don't do it. Yeah, Bob, don't need your money. So what is Bob going to do? Bob came out today and said he's stepping down in 2026. This guy writes one of the best books of all time in business,
Great
Ride
book.
of a Lifetime.
Great book.
He has been probably the best executive we've had in the last 40 years. I don't think we've had a better executive. I didn't say founder. Founder is different. But he's probably the best non-founder executive we've had in the last 40 years. Maybe you take Welch in that category, but he's one of those
But running
guys.
and building the business.
No one's been a bigger deal maker than this guy. Star Wars and Fox and
Marvel and
Pixar, all this stuff that he's done. It's just fascinating what this guy's done. He goes from Ride of a Lifetime to putting Bob Chapek, then he has to come back, 5 movies back to back flop. They lose $195 billion in market valuation, like a year and a half. Their stock is down 56%. He's trying to divide the companies into 2 or 3 so he can sell them at pieces. There's only one company that can buy them, and that is Apple. And Tim Cook is brilliant. They're sitting on a bunch of money of cash, nearly $200 billion of cash. And guess what Tim is going to do? Tim's like, they're still going to go down. 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 He's going to buy them at a discount. And then this is going to be under Apple. And Apple's going to be the most powerful company in the world. If not, they already are.
Wow.
They've been the most powerful company in the world. And he made a few mistakes. The mistakes Bob Iger made, he forgot who his customers were. Whoever controls the remote control is your customer. He thought the kids are his customers. The kids are not your customers, buddy. I control the remote. I'm your customer. Well, no. I'm your customer. I can say, we will never watch Disney ever again. Unsubscribe. Because you're imposing certain movies on my kids that I don't like. We're done with Disney, okay? Whoa. So his allies were a 1% sect of America to please them, to increase his ESG score or DEI score or CI score. And he forgot there was all the parents that all they want is for their kids to be entertained, not to be getting all these other messages. He forgot this. So he chose this as the ally. He chose the parents as an enemy. He got destroyed.
Wow.
He lose $200 billion. Blockbuster. You know who Blockbuster's enemies were? Blockbuster's enemies. They're like, we're Blockbuster. Netflix, can you buy us for $50 million? No, who are you guys? We're Blockbuster. Are you kidding me? But your customers, this is late fee. I'm sorry I haven't returned it for 18 days. It was in the bottom of my car. I don't care. 18 days times $3.99. You got to pay us $72. This movie is worth $19. Why? But it's late fee. Can you really make a break? No, I'm not going to. I mean, when you did that, customers are like, screw you. We're out of here. An $8 billion empire falls because they were their own enemies. They didn't think there were threats from smaller companies coming up. Boom, Blockbuster's gone. How many movies did you and I go rent at Blockbuster? That was like Friday night, Saturday night. Let's get 2, let's get 3. You'd come back, you'd watch it. There's so many of these situations of choosing the wrong enemy. I think Elon, the market is going to dictate whether it's the right enemy or not. That's going to take a minute. But I think Elon is feared and envied by all these guys because all these guys, they can go in and get whatever they want by throwing around some money. And when you can't buy people or win people over by throwing around money, you don't like that. And they do not like that. And Elon doesn't give. The leverage goes to him.
Wow.
Now he's got to prove his argument right, though.
Now it might have some pain for a few months.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or years, by the way. Or years.
Yeah, and then how are you going to shift and adjust? And
that's on him. He chose this life. He chose this vision. Guess what? Go.
What do you think is going to happen in the
I
next
think
12
he's going to
months?
win. I don't know about 12 months, but I think Elon's going to win, and I think Elon's going to be a target, and I think Elon's just getting started with the enemies he's creating. He's just getting warmed up. Like, this is the beginning. Like, Elon, when did Elon start having enemies? A year and a half ago. Think about when Elon started having enemies. A year and a half ago. And Elon doesn't care if he'll never be invited to those parties ever again, because he's been to those parties and more. He's
Right.
dated all of the girls. Every one of them, he's hooked up with all of them that we don't even know about. Elon's dated some of the hottest girls in the world. He's partied. He's had a blast. He's played the video. He's done everything. You think Elon's sitting there saying, I want to be invited to your flipping party? I don't care if you never. There's so much power and liberation in not caring to be invited to those groups anymore. Because you know how you're doing it, like let me bring it to our level. You know how you got a certain guest that you want to interview, okay? And you have your list of guests you want to interview. Okay. So what do you do with these guests you want to have? You have to protect them. You can't say bad things about them. So you have to almost match the values they got, because if you don't, they may not come on your show and all this other stuff. And then, you know, maybe this happens, maybe that happens, maybe this happens. But what are you doing? It's not a real show then. They own you. I don't want to be owned. I want to be fair. I want to tell you how I live. This is what I stand for. Bro, if you don't like it, totally understand. Sometimes I don't like myself. I don't blame you. But at the same time, if you want to have a real conversation with a guy that's not going to fake it, and he's just going to talk to you like a brother, and he's still going to give you love, and he's going to give you opinions that maybe you disagree with, let's sit down and have the conversation.
Yeah.
If that's not what you like, I'm not your cup of tea. And I'm okay. By the way, the day I made that decision to know I don't care if I interviewed those guests, we blew up.
Really?
I swear to God.
Wow.
We blew up. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I don't
And
care.
you may never get those guests, but you'll have other great things too.
By the way, I will end up getting all of them.
Oh, wow.
You know why? Because in the market, when
You're the biggest.
in a market, if you're able to prove that you can have real conversations, and then that one person who doesn't want to come, 75 people around them say, you have to go there, then that guy's being pressured by the people that love him to say, you got to go there.
Right.
That would be the way. By the way, this doesn't mean they're going to be here. But the point is, this kind of a position gets the market to say what? They're going to say, you got to at least respect, like, yeah. Look at Howard Stern. You think Howard Stern did easy interviews? Like, what do you think Howard does? Eventually, everybody went to Howard. So, and he's caving now a little bit. He's playing a different game now, but he's obviously got all the money. He's playing a different life. But for me, when that happened to me, when I no longer cared, I raised tens of millions of dollars.
Wow.
Business blew up. I let everybody around me better. I interviewed better. I got better guests. I got better opportunities. I got everything changed. But you can't be a jerk. You can't be arrogant. As long as you're not having that, you'll be forgiven eventually for the values you believe in. You just can't have this.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
You got to be kind. You got to be nice. You
Yes.
got to be considerate, respectful.
You do. You do.
You can have your opinion and be honest.
No problem.
Right. But you
No
can't be a jerk.
No, you cannot be, because then you're just not attractive as a personality. It's like, you know what? I just don't want to deal with a personality like that.
Right.
That's a different story, you know. But if you double down on your values, kind of like Elon is, the market's like, listen, when you love or hate him, that freaking guy is telling you who he is.